Let's play a fun little game. Let's jump around Spotify and see what old school nu metal bands have as monthly listeners and how many followers they have. Because I've recently found out that monthly listeners isn't the best metric to see the size of a band, because that has a lot to do with labels putting money in to get them preferential plays on playlists. So the follows is probably a better understanding of how big a band is. But I want to check out followers and I want to check out monthly plays. So let's start with the big guns. And this one's going to be blown out because of Lost, but Linkin Park. What do we got? 33 million. I'm going to write this down. So we got Linkin Park. 33 million monthly plays. Makes sense. Lost is up there. 48 million plays just on Lost alone. Amazing. 22 million followers. Alright. Papa Roach. Oh, wait, what are the fans also like? Oh, look at that. The first one. Papa Roach. Alright, these are the bands we're going to look through. We got Papa Roach, Hoobastank, Breaking Benjamin, Seether, 3 Days Grace, Disturbed, POD. Alright, Papa Roach. 10 million monthly listeners. They don't even have any like real brand new releases. Ego Trip is like a little bit older now. Papa Roach, 10.5 million monthly listeners. How many followers have they got here? 4.5 million followers. Hell yes, P Roach. Get him, Jacoby. That's sick. Breaking Benjamin, 6.3 million monthly plays. How many followers? 4.2 million followers. See, that's where it's interesting. Oh, actually. No. Yeah, P-Roach getting more. I remember doing a Breaking Benjamin reaction, and I said, oh, maybe it was a Papa Roach reaction. In one of my videos, in a comment, someone was saying how Breaking Benjamin is so much bigger than Papa Roach, and I just remember immediately going and looking at the monthly listeners and being like, no, they're not. And Papa Roach, one of my favorite bands of all time. Breaking Benjamin, a band I just started listening to recently. They just weren't very big in Australia, if I'm being honest. I'm looking at these other names here. These aren't bands that were huge in Australia. 12 Stones. I liked 12 Stones, but I don't think anyone else did. What's Hoobastank pulling in? 8.5 million listeners per month? Hoobastank? Are you kidding me? Is it all the reason? It's all the reason. 757 million views. Plays. 8.5 million monthly plays for Hoobastank. How many followers have they got? I bet they don't have anywhere near as many followers, right? 2.2 million followers. Yeah, see, Breaking Benjamin. So Breaking Benjamin, not as many monthly plays, but twice as many followers. Yes. One hit wonder factor. Hoobastank? Wow. That's bizarre that they got 8.5 million. Alright, let me look at 12 Stone. 12 Stones. Under a million, but still 882,000 for 12 Stones. The 2002 self-titled album is the only thing that I ever listened to from these guys. But yeah, I'm not even going to add that one onto my list. I think that's it. I might as well. 12 Stones. What do they got? 800k. 880k. What were the other ones that were down here? Seether is another interesting one. I feel like Seether's another interesting one. Seether. So Seether only had the one big song in Australia. They only had Broken with Amy Lee. Fuel's here as well. I love Fuel. I'm going to predict under a million for Seether. 5.9 million monthly listeners. Seether. Oh my god. That's insane. How many followers? Their biggest track, Fake It. Never heard of that. 2007. Alright, what's the follower count here? 3.1 million followers. That's super respectable. $5.9 million monthly plays. Seether. That's wild to me. I'd love to see Fuel. See, Fuel is going to be heavily influenced just from having... oh my god. Shimmer. Alright, Fuel. What do we got? 1.9 million. Shimmer on its own has 149 million. Okay, Fuel. What other... Dude, I love Fuel. Hey, Josh, do you like the casket? I love caskets, Nitesh. Nitesh, go onto YouTube, type in Rogan Josh Caskets, and watch my reactions to that band. I love that band so much. They're all such good dudes. Chris, Matt, the rest. I love them. Alright, Fuel, 1.9 million monthly plays. What other new metal bands are up there in the scene? Slipknot. This is going to be... Is Slipknot going to be bigger than Linkin Park? We're going to go check out Slipknot and Mudvayne. Is Slipknot going to be bigger than Linkin Park? $11.3 million. Oh, Linkin Park's 33 million. Okay. Slipknot, 11.3 million, and they have been consistently releasing. How many followers for Slipknot? 9.3 million followers. That's huge as well. That's double Papa Roach. I gotta check Mudvayne. Static X is here as well. They're one of the... It's interesting seeing the fans also like. So for Slipknot, the number one fans also like is Static X. I never really got into Static X. Stone Sour, of course. Korn. We're doing Mudvayne, then Korn. Alright, Mudvayne. 2.3 million? I'm very happy with that. That's more than I expected. I love Mudvayne, one of my favorite bands. Ryan Martinet on the bass. How many followers for the Vane? 1.6 million followers. I'm down with that. Hell yes, Mudvayne. Alright, Korn. Gotta go back to get Korn. Imagine if Korn's the biggest out of all of them. 9.4 million. I thought they got Slipknot then. Very close. Followers for Korn? I feel like this is going to be big. 6.1. Yeah, Korn. What else? You guys have said Static X. Let's check Static X. 1.6 million. That's very respectable. As a non-Static X fan, I know of them. I think Push It's the only song I know. Says a lot. Static X. How many followers? 1.2 million followers. Interesting. Nothing else here. What are some other big nu metal bands? I said Stained earlier. Let's go check out what Stained... Have I done Limp Bizkit? I haven't done Limp Bizkit. Deftones? Alright. Bizkit, then Deftones and POD. Let's go. Limp Bizkit also has a recent album that might... 11.9 million. Limp Bizkit. That's more than Slipknot. Oh, I did not expect the Bizkit to knock off Slipknot. 11.9 million. How many followers though? To beat Slipknot, Slipknot has 9.3 million followers. Limp Bizkit, 5 million followers. That's the difference. That is the difference. That says a lot. What that says is that Break Stuff... Is it Break Stuff? Or what are people listening to? Break Stuff. Break Stuff and Rollin' just destroying on playlists for sure. Alright, after... What did we say? Limp Bizkit, then Deftones. What do you guys reckon on Deftones? Any predictions? $3 million? Let's check it. Deftones. 7.8 million. Oh my god. 7.8 million monthly plays. How many followers? I reckon Deftones' super dedicated fan base. Oh, I reckon this is going to be big as well. 3.6. Smaller than I thought. Smaller than I expected, to be honest. Oh, Tool. Oh, this is going to be obscene, isn't it? This is going to be ridiculous. 3.6. Alright. You got Schism up there with 106 million plays. Okay, Tool. I did expect more. I think the reason that that's 3.6 is because fans of Tool aren't going to be listening on Spotify, right? And they only just recently put their stuff on streaming services as well. I'm not going to chuck Tool. Oh, I will, but under the caveat that Tool fans are buying flax off some weird ass website where each song is 3 gig and listening to it through boutique headphones. Look at this. Look at the ratio of monthly listeners to followers. That's one of the closest we've seen. That's a better ratio than Linkin Park has. I think that's the best ratio, and that says it all. Yeah. All right. Less plays than expected, but the followers and the followers to plays metric, huge. This will be interesting. Perfect Circle. Now, I believe Perfect Circle stuff has just been up on streaming services, so they've got that like advantage there. All right. Perfect Circle, then POD, then Metallica. Perfect Circle, 2.2 million. As a Perfect Circle over Tool fan, that makes me happy that it's so close. Because I know that Tool fans would see Perfect Circle as, you know, like a drop in the river, drop in the ocean, but it's quite a large 1.6 million followers. Alright, I'm going to go check out POD, and then we're going to go and look at Metallica. And that's going to be interesting. Alright, see you, Sharon. Alright, POD, and we're finishing on Metallica. POD, 3.2 million. How many followers? Youth of the Nation right up there. Boom, then Alive. Interesting seeing the top songs. 1.7 million followers. I respect it. Alright guys, now to finish this little section, Metallica. $25 million. 25 million. Linkin Park have more. I thought Metallica was going to blow everything out of the water like ridiculous. I thought we were going to be looking at like 100 million. Linkin Park, 33 million monthly plays, 22 million followers. Metallica, 25 million monthly listeners. How many followers? Followers is the... If you want to support bands... Oh, they're number 157 in the world. If you want to support bands, click the follow button, because that is the best metric. 24... They've got more followers than Linkin Park. They're the highest followers. 24 million followers. Alright, Metallica, a little bit different. It was, you know, we're looking at nu metal. Tool probably doesn't quite fit either, but it's interesting to put them against those others. Yeah, look at fans also like Megadeth, Slayer, Pantera, Judas Priest, Motorhead. This is a different category. So for nu metal, you got Linkin Park, absolute supreme. Slipknot is up there. Limp Bizkit is getting the job done with 11.9 million. Slipknot 11.3 million. Deftones 7.8 million. I liked that. That was surprising. Very nice. All right, guys. Okay, Alexa has just started talking to me in there. Alexa, stop. Jeez. All right. You know what? Just for gigs. Ed Sheeran. He's one of the biggest artists in the world right now. All right. I just saw him live, which is why he's on my mind here. Ed Sheeran, 77 million. 100 million. I would have thought over 100 million. In the world, number 7. Number 7 in the world. 110 million. Ed Sheeran has more followers than monthly listeners. 110 million followers. When followers is the truer metric and harder to attain, a dude on his own playing acoustic and doing live shows where he's doing loops, like, has 110 million followers. Christ, Ed Sheeran. That 77 million monthly plays, 110 million followers. Alright. That's insane. That is wild. Alright, guys. I'm going to finish up. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun. That's a little thing that I've been wanting to do. Maybe at the end of the streams, I will just think of like a different thing. Like we'll look at, prog rock, metalcore, punk, and we'll see what the numbers are like around. But that was a lot of fun.